I chained MST. Please don't ask if MST negates Magatama. Please. Player is stating they activated a card in main phase. He activated in end phase. Let me guess. My assumption of what happened is probably blue pressed end phase, and then at 1 to 2 seconds later, red activated a card because he wanted to do it on the attempt to leave main. That's my guess. Let's check. I already know this is what happened. I don't even have to look, but I'm going to check it anyway. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Blue drew a card. 4 seconds later, sent a card from hand to grave and ended turn. He went from draw phase to end turn, and his opponent said, end of main, activated secret barrel. I knew it, bro. I already knew it. This dude drew a card and went straight draw to end phase, discard scapegoat. Holy. I need both of you to be quiet unless spoken to. Care to explain how you went from your draw phase to the end of the turn instantly? Care to explain how that happened? I'm very curious to get your explanation as to how that occurred. Because from what I know, from the basic rules of Yu-Gi-Oh!, that shit ain't legal. That shit is not legal at all. And this is where he hits me with the, I clicked end turn. I clicked the button that ends my turn. I wasn't going to play anything. All right, so you not wanting to play anything means you get to skip through all the mandatory phases and ignore how the game works. Is this what I'm understanding? Is this what I'm understanding? No, correct. So please go through the phases and ask your... I gave him time to activate anything. No, you did not. You did not. You discarded for hand size in your draw phase. In what world did you give them response time? In what world? In what world? Bro drew 4 seconds later, discarded scapegoat from hand, and then pressed end turn in his draw phase. What are you saying? Okay, yes, you take the 200 and you'll be given a PE minor warning. Follow proper gameplay procedures. Holy shit. That's insane. That is insane. You are just acting stupid. I'm gonna give him the snarkiest response. They're correct. This behavior is unacceptable. This behavior is unacceptable. Continue with the duel and play properly. I'm being straight up, dude. They are absolutely correct to say that you are acting stupid. Let me screenshot this. Yeah, go ahead. Screenshot it. According to Distant Coder. Yes, according to Distant Coder, you are acting stupid. Yes, I'm going on record. I am going on record saying, according to Distant Coder, according to me, to discard for hand size limit in your draw phase and then go end phase, or not even end phase, he went straight end turn, is in fact the definition of acting stupid. Have a nice day. This guy, he's calling up the lawyer, man. Call up the lawyer. Let him know. Hi, Distant Coder. He's cheating. Cheating. How are they cheating? You see, he summoned Albaz. Chet. Illegal Albaz. And then he tried using Albaz fusion with my Izuna and Albaz. He's cheating, lol. But now I have to tell the judge the truth. What is happening? Here's deployment from 1727. Okay. Let me read these logs properly then. 1 second. He changed Lupus to special summon. So is this your way of telling me that you didn't activate any monster effect in hand or grave and therefore he can't Lupus? Bear in mind, I used Fua in draw phase, so the Lupus is legal. I go Albaz effect Chainlink 1. He goes Chainlink 2 Lupus to Xyz. So I'm assuming the question here is, was the Albaz Chainlink 1 legal? Then he goes Chainlink 3 Black Goat. I mean, I like where this is going. This seems like a pretty... Calls Albion, not sure why. Lupus wasn't on field when he used Albaz to fusion. Okay, I'm gonna look at these logs. So he said at 1718... Wait, so they've been in this turn arguing about this for how long? Holy shit, they've been arguing how long about this? Okay, so he activated Lupus in response to fusion deployment. So he summoned the Lupus, and then he summoned Albaz, declared Albaz, chained 2 Lupus. Okay, so I'll clarify. You chained Lupus in graveyard to the activation of deployment. So yes, stop spamming the fucking chat, man. So the Lupus is on field at the moment when the Albaz activates. Yes, it is in fact on the field. I need Red to stop talking. Stop typing, please. Do you understand that you chained Lupus to deployment, so the Lupus is on field when Albaz activated? I just want to make sure that he gets this. And then beyond this, I don't know what the problem is. But if I am wrong, I am wrong. You are indeed wrong. Lupus was chained to the deployment. And then the next chain was CL1 Albaz, CL2 Lupus, 2xes. So now Red is going to say, but he chained the Black Goat Laughs, calling Albion. Bet. Have a nice day. But why are we making Durendal? He's fusing with this to make... He's probably making the sprint, right? Can we, for the sake of this, clarify which Albion you are calling? There are many. There are many monsters named Albion. I think it is in fact important. I don't know the deck. I assume he means Albion, the fusion guy. Wait, he's... Okay, yeah, he's showing that Albion, the orange one, yeah? Fantastic. See, that's the thing, right? You don't... Also, by the way, important ruling when it comes to cards like this, right? That say declare a monster card name. A lot of people, especially at locals, love to be super anal about, actually, what is the full name of my card? You need to declare the full name of my card, please. That's not how that works. Anytime a card says to declare a monster card name, all you need to do technically is agree with your opponent as to which card you're talking about. So like, for example, I think the classic one is like Mind Crush, right? If I was to add the Archmage field spell to my hand, and then my opponent goes flip Mind Crush and then say the card you just added, we agree what card we're talking about here. But some people will be anal and go, excuse me, you must declare the name of my field spell. But yeah, if you hit him with like Archmage Acropolis or whatever, like it's very clear what card you're talking about. As long as both players can come to the agreement as to which card is very clearly being named here, then you just fucking proceed. Goat call, high issue. Player is refusing to continue his... This guy again, man! This guy again! What is happening? This fucking dude again, man. Are we dead ass? Like, what? I played the Delinquent Duo. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna pull the log. I'm gonna see if he's being a pain. I'm gonna let him explain himself, but I'm just like reading the log here. He discard random. That is false. Randomly sent spatial collapse from hand. Wait, is there a button to randomly discard a card on DB? Wait, what? There is a button to randomly discard? Is it like on Delinquent Duo? I actually didn't know it had that button. All right, cool. There is a button in order to resolve a random discard. If the log clearly says they randomly discarded a card, it means they pressed the button and DB randomly discarded a card from their hand. I didn't know that did that. Is that new? There's a button for Gold Pride start to start your engines too. That's awesome. I didn't know that they had added a macro to Delinquent Duo. That's interesting. Now people can use dangers more freely. I remember that being a complaint that Farfa had like ages ago, where he was like, yeah, I wish I could AFK while my opponent does his full like danger combo and stuff like that, but you can't AFK because you constantly have to be picking their dangers and stuff. Have you randomly discard with a DB button? They did. The log says so. You can proceed. He is insulting, just saying. What did he say? He said, you are a joke. I mean, I don't think that's a problem. Never saw a fish like you. Yo, he called him a fish. That's subjective. I'm insulted. I'm sorry, bro. I think if you're insulted at I'm a fish and you're a joke, sounds like you need to grow up, dude. Like, grow the fuck up, man. All right, Genesis ruling. Let's go. Whoa, Runic? Or Runic Mystical Space Typhoon versus Mitsurugi in Mitsurugi with Megalith cards. Based. Base. Oh my god. He activated Magatama. I chained MST. Please don't ask if MST negates Magatama. Please don't ask if it can negate. Mandate can negate. Then I chained Mandate to negate MST negate. Real Mystical Space Typhoon negate. Mandate was set when MST was activated. Once per turn, target 3 quick play spells at grave, whatever. Once per chain, when Mystical Space Typhoon is activated. Oh, no, you can do that. You can activate this and use the effect on activation. Question if he flips mandate, can it still use its when effect? Yeah, because it's activated at the correct moment. Yes, this is legal. This is legal. No, this is a good question. The thing that's really funny, though, is that we are finally getting MST negate, bro. Because the reason why this works is because this trap says that if you activate MST, you can target a card your opponent controls and negate its effects. So here goes Magatama. Chain MST target. Chain mandate target. Negate. MST negate. That is so funny. I love that. I love that so much. The type of shit we get in Genesis, man. MST negate in Genesis format. You'll love to see it. That's so sick.